My name is Elena Randazzo, and I'm a figure skater. I started figure skating at the age of 5. I looked at my mom, and I had just been at the St. Peter's Recplex, and I said, "Mom, I want to be a figure skater." And as far as I remember, the next week I was signed up for classes, and once I started, I never stopped. Getting into ice skating at first was very natural for me, and it was something that was different than sports. I liked that there wasn't a ball I had to dodge, and I felt pretty and strong when I was on the ice. It was something that I was progressing through pretty quickly, and I think I found my mojo when I was on the ice. I think that was the right sport for me to get involved in. As an individual figure skater, I had practices outside of synchronized figure skating. I'd go about 3 times a week to just work on my individual stuff. What it looked like was a full hour on the ice where I would work with a coach for 30 minutes, and then the other 30 minutes I'd keep working on whatever we were doing that day, or if I needed to perfect anything for a test that I had coming up or a competition, I would be really trying to perfect those moves. You fall hard, but you get back up a lot during your individual practices. I think it taught me a lot about never giving up, and I think that we always joke that we're tougher than hockey players because we fall without pads on, but it's just one of those things where you get right back up and you try it again. And I think that that has made me a really driven person because I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't let the pain stop me, and you just push through it and you keep going. I think those are some of the important lessons that I learned from figure skating. During my figure skating career, I always enjoyed footwork. It was some of the most upbeat programs that I was able to do in competition. They're fast and kind of fast and furious. And it was funny when my dad would watch me, he would always do this for speed and then this for power. And I felt like I was able to do that during my footwork programs for him. One of the hardest moments for me as a figure skater was overcoming the dreaded axel. I had a long road learning how to take on this jump. So what an axel is a forward entry jump where you rotate 1.5 times in the air, and it's a backwards exit. It's the first big jump you learn when you're progressing as a figure skater, and unfortunately I had 2 chin busts from this one jump, so it took me a couple of years to really get under my belt, and shaking off the fear from those chin busts was hard, but I got back on the ice and I kept working, and I wasn't going to let the axle get the better of me. Skating was always a stress reliever for me, and I think that's what kept me coming back to it. Is I never felt as comfortable anywhere else as I did when I was on the ice. It was so natural for me. It was comforting, and I loved that feeling of freedom, and when I would skate fast, having the cold air in my face, and I felt like I was flying, and I don't think that I can replicate that on land, and it was just something cool that I felt like was mine, and I had really embraced it over my 14-year career. I just couldn't get enough of it. So I think that the lessons I've learned from figure skating have really helped me become well-rounded, and the drive that figure skating gave me helped me to have the drive to apply to medical school, and I don't think that I would have had that passion or that drive if I hadn't had it through figure skating. Figure skating is the perfect sport for any young girl. I think it makes you tough and confident and strong. I would tell anyone to get involved in it. I think that the lessons you learn are priceless. I don't think I could have learned them anywhere else.
You're doing a great job.
In terms of advice, never give up. Never ever give up. I know it hurts to fall. I know it hurts when you don't pass that test the first time. But if you keep persevering and you keep trying, you'll get it. And I think what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I think those things that happen just mean you got to get back out there and you got to try 10 times harder until you can pass or land or come out of that spin perfectly. I'm Elena Randazzo, and I'm a figure skater.